no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Florida State's offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They'll run the screen. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a Nationals.
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The screen, and watch out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
On the move, he fires. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Pulls and fires complete. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Play by the defense, he'll lose 4.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Give to the running back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played 1. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after 1 as we take a quick look at some stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He turns that loose down the right side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Velez. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he has to throw for it. With the catch, it's Darason. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. The give to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell, just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
Got his man. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got his man quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Got a man. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Georgia. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Breaks the tackle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off play action. Got his man downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense will quickly use the timeout. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Dogs.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense. Big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Colin. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Holds it in on the left. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Got it in the middle. It's Velez.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Second down coming up. Here's the handoff. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, no! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. They'll give it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. The quick out. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Now on the return. He gets a block. Touchdown Seminoles! And that one will give him the lead. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
Your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense and the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They try to get it outside on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Noles line it up with a 1st and goal. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Sneaks it into the end zone.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Spears. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know,
it's a seam wide open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Right on the money. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. At the 40, there he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Dogs in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. Really short gain on that with defense all over it. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown? Breaks into the open. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Smithers into space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit.